this torch is burning, and I have been putting a lot of thought and consideration into what the little ambient bit surrounds this path should look like. I've come to the conclusion that it should be a forest. Somewhat like the forest I already have, except maybe a little bit better. And no, it's not going to be a magic forest. But first of all, we need to plan out the exact route we want this path to take. So, our path will follow an outline a little bit like this, and it'll just wind around here, go all the way down this way, like all the way down that way. Building this has had its drawbacks though. As you can see, I am nearly out of food. And while I could just go into my chest and get some more, that's a little bit boring. So we are going to do a little bit of magic. Now by magic, I don't exactly mean summoning circles and spells and stuff, but more like something that should have been in the game already and really didn't get added. And it's called an ender pouch. I think ender bag. It's this ender bundle here. And you see, if you craft it, you just need, hold on. You need, it's one of these. There it is. There it is. Which one? That. So you see, this ender bundle takes some phantom membranes. I don't actually have those. But while I don't have the stuff to build an ender bundle, I can build an end hopper, which is basically the same thing, except it requires crying obsidian. And I think I have that. Well, it turns out I don't have any crying obsidian, and I have to wait for phantoms to spawn by it turning daytime. So, I guess this means we're taking a trip to the Nether. I've always dreaded the day I would go back here, but it has to be done. And here we are once again back in the Nether, which I didn't want to go to because, well, as you can see, it's very laggy. I'm in a terrible biome, and I have some pretty bad memories here. You know, I've just been stuck here for multiple days. It wasn't terrible. It was pretty bad, though. What is this? A ghost? Oh, it's a ghost, and it gave me slowness. Oh, it's dead. What is this? A soul bead. I wonder what those can do. Hopefully, something useful back at home. Does this have any crying obsidian? No, it's just all regular obsidian. Why? Why make me go find piglins? I was forced to kill him. He attacked me and did not give me anything else of any use. He forgot about the gold. And I don't know why, but I got the crying obsidian, so now I just have to find my way back without dying. This probably will be pretty easy, unless a magma cube sneaks up on me and just knocks me into a pit of lava. That would be pretty bad. Oh, why? Why? This is going to make it very difficult. Especially since I don't have a ranged weapon of any sort. I don't want to be hit by this little one. Oh gosh. I think we have to wait for him to come over here. There's two! Why is there two? Come here, magma cube. I need to kill you. Poison and huge. Okay. That one is worrying me. Up there. Oh, what? Why does there have to be so many? Uh-oh. Okay, he stopped focusing on me. He's going away. Take that. Uh-oh. Please, don't come over here. Okay, oh no. Okay, we're still good on that one. Oh, never mind. I don't think we are anymore. Okay, he's dead. Alright, I can take these little ones on. They're not enchanted. They're not enchanted. We're safe now. Oh, back to the portal safe and sound. I was only viciously attacked by 2 enchanted magma cubes. Let's go. Well, with the crying obsidian I've now acquired, I can build these ender hoppers, and I'm actually going to build 2 of them because I want 2 and not just 1. So So hopefully I can get a lot of phantom membrane, because it's gonna take a lot of phantom membrane. Anyway, so the way these work, you basically just place them down, and you see their inventory. Their inventory, and you take the thing that I don't have yet, so I think we should get that. And now I have all the materials needed for 2 ender bundles, not just 1. Look at this. So to link them, you basically just do that, I think. If you open them, which hopper is this in? Okay, so this one is linked to this hopper. So I can take it out, and it takes it out of that one, which is kind of weird. It's better for putting it in, it looks like, because it's kind of hard to take specific things out. Does it throw everything out? Oh, it does. It throws literally everything out. Is there any way to get it to where it doesn't do that? Like you can... kind of. Kind of. You can take specific things out. It works fine. Yep, that works pretty well. That's cool. Alright, so you might be thinking, well, what's the use in these? They're not that useful. They literally just are connected to these things. But you see, the thing is, it's just 5 stacks, but, you know, that's pretty useful when it can be accessed from this hopper as well. Because, you see, if I put something in this, it will fill up of these, or it should. As you can see, this now has 34... and look, it gets the stone in it too, so it's super useful. Like, so useful. Because, you know what I can do? Instead of just stone and stuff, I can put steak in there. And look, it takes the steak, and I just have unlimited steak with me. And other things. I wish I could, like, choose what came out of it, instead of having to take it all out. Because that makes it not quite as useful, because you have to take it all out. And then, if I do have something else in here, like if I want to fill it with stone, it gets kind of weird, because it fills that slot with stone, and it just does not work very well like that. Which is unfortunate, because that's not how I wanted it. But then this one might be even cooler, because you see, look. Take that, take this and put it on there, and then anything you put in this bundle will be taken out of the bundle. So you just have a ton of space. Like, you just put everything you don't need in this, and it will go into this chest to collect later. Which, so useful. You won't lose any valuables if you put them in here. Like, this one is awesome. Awesome. Well, now that the food crisis has been solved, we need to get to work on this forest, which means I do need to take down all these trees to start on it. So, let's do that. after a long day of hard work, I have completely cleared the forest. Well, I mean, back to there. This side's completely cleared except for this tree, but that's because I've also zoned out some areas. As you can see, there's a tiny little strip of grass right there, which is marking the boundary of one of the zones, and then I've placed trees in all the zones to show which one is which. For example, this one's obviously spruce. I mean, it already has the pods, so I don't want to have to replace that because that would get a bit tiresome. But then this one is going to be oak because it was oak, so it can stay oak. Back here, it goes on for a little bit, and then we get to the dark oak area, which I had to go and collect some saplings of this over yonder. And then here is the jungle, which it was jungle before, so it'll stay jungle now. And over here's the birch forest. I have birch forest back there, but I want that to be dark and scary right there. And then I want this side to be tall right here. This is going to kind of be where it fades off these two. We're going to have the birch trees and the acacia trees, which are going to fade off. And I know I forgot azalea trees, but 7 is an odd number, and it makes it kind of hard to evenly put them on both sides of the road. I could put it back there, but I think I'll just sprinkle a few azalea trees in here and there amongst the rest of them. So, I think we need to add some more trees to this. Without even seeing any grown trees, you can see how thick I want this part of the forest to be, as the saplings are just a few blocks apart. If I wanted it to be airy, it would be like 5 blocks apart, but they're like 2 or 3, so it's going to be super, super thick, hard to navigate, kind of like this. Actually, pretty much exactly like this, so I didn't mind this part. Next is dark oak, which is pretty simple because I don't really have many dark oak saplings. It's just going to... I want this to be pretty compact too, although not so... I can't make it so compact because they're much bigger. And bigger is not better in this case. And no. Next is birch, which we're going to place far fewer of. It's going to be very spread out. Now to start on the tall side. Now this side's going to have a few of these majorly tall trees. Okay, that was taller than expected, but that's fine. This is not going to be super thick. It's going to be moderately thick, but it's going to be tall because that's the whole thing. And the same goes for the jungle. Come on. Thank you. And then with the acacia, it's not going to be so tall anymore. It's going to be more like the birch forest, where it's all spread out. Because, you know, in the little savannas that these spawn in, they are pretty spread out. And I think I'm going to make a path through here on that direction at some point. So I need some space to do that. I don't want to make it through the deep dark forest, because that would have a warden in it. Well, as you can not so see very well from my balcony, I have grown a lot of trees. Now that you can see down here on the path, there's a lot of trees. I kind of wish these were taller because I want all of them to be like that. They need to be over, making it more claustrophobic and scary looking. But what's next to add is some, since all the trees are here, we need some ambience. Now this can be as simple as doing this and getting some berries and ferns, which look really nice and add a lot of it. I can also just have mushrooms grow normally, which is pretty easy. I can also add some bamboo in here in the jungle, which it had, and then I got rid of. But we can add it back, and we don't want as much as it was last time. Last time it was kind of crazy. This time it should be more controlled, but bamboo is needed nonetheless. I've even created an entire dead tree stump, which didn't work very well because it's not very dark right here, which is the whole point of this forest is meant to be dark, like dark oak. But it's not dark, so Removing some torches would probably help with that, although then monsters will spawn. I don't want a creeper blowing this whole forest up. It took me like 30 minutes to get enough saplings to do this. Now for the aesthetic that I want on top of my oak trees, I've had to go the little bit of a cheeky route and, you know, kind of cheat, grow some trees on top of trees. It's not, they're not real trees. Not real big trees. I wish they were. It'd be awesome if I could get a big tree on top of the trees. Wouldn't that be cool? And to make it darker, I've removed most of the torches within this forest. In this forest, there's still torches, which shines light onto path, and in here, but they're kind of hidden so that I don't have to see them, and it looks so much better than just having torches everywhere. So much better, and that does not work well up there. But whatever. What? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Yeah, and as you can see right now, I'm being attacked by a skeleton. Last night, I was nearly blown up by 2 creepers. One of them being enchanted. But, it's alright. Except for the fact that it doesn't pay off at all, because I can see the torches behind it. Which means that I need to cover that up. So I can either get rid of all the torches, or, you know, I could build a little wall that no one can see around. No one can see the torches behind it, and no one will really notice because it's just going to be dark, I hope. And I don't know what's coming off of this bark, but hopefully it's healthy. Yeah, so for a wall meant to cover the dark oak forest, I kind of went from there all the way over to like right around there. It went kind of far because I was going to cover this section of the oak trees. I was going to put it behind there as well, but then I looked down here and I was like, I can't see anything. Now this is the level of darkness that I wanted. It's almost pitch black. Can't see anything except for that little light right there. Now monsters are just pouring out of these things. So out of this forest. Despite it being daytime. So I think we need to fix that problem. And no, it's not with light or with low light candles, because that would ruin the mood. It would make it not dark. No, we need something better. And do you know what that better thing is called? It's called, hold on, an amethyst lamp. So basically what an amethyst lamp does is provide light without providing light. As you can see, no light. But, it still makes an 8-block radius around it, where no mobs can spawn. So I'm just going to hide these in a few trees, and make it so that no monsters can spawn anywhere. All 12 lamps have been placed, and I'm guessing you can't see any of them. And if you can, you should tell me, because if you do, you'll win a prize. You'll win a prize. The jungle's got to be my favorite. This looks amazing. Look at how many plants there are. There's so many plants. There's some melons I got from the jungle. Potatoes. There's potatoes. It's awesome. A few beetroots, you know, bamboo, azalea flowers. They're everything. Like even cocoa beans, which makes sense because it's a jungle. But despite how much work I put into this dark oak forest, I think either that or the oak forest has got to be my least favorite. Like, while they're still cool, they're just I like these better. Like I like the open, well, not really open, but more open, really detailed with plants and stuff ones, because this forest looks really cool as well. But I also really like the tall trees, which you can't really get with oak trees. And another downside of the oak forest is that it just completely blocks this view. Luckily, this view remains on top of the trees. But, you know, I built the forest, and now I'm out of time. So, yes, I'm going to have to say goodbye.